devices. Of any report, this is the one you go home and this is the one you look at. Mobile, tablet, and desktop. Now there is a benchmarking report that you can put in the type of industry you are in, country, daily sessions, and it will benchmark how your site is doing against competitors. And what this is showing me here is that mobile visitors for this industry, for your website, compared to the average, it's up, and it's going up. And so that's one way to kind of benchmark what you're doing against the industry. When I go to visitors by device in the Google Analytics, it breaks it down, desktop, mobile, tablet. Now, I'm first going to look at the amount of sessions. How many visitors? 5,000 from desktop, or 5,200 from desktop, 4,900 from mobile, 1,200 from a tablet. Now, that tells me I'm getting people on all the different devices. But the one thing I want to look out for is anyone dropping off? So the first thing then I'll look at is the bounce rate. All right, so bounce rate for desktop is 46, mobile is 50, tablet 41. That is all very acceptable. That means, so what would concern me is if this mobile bounce rate was 80 or 90 or 70 even. Because that would tell me that something with my mobile visitors is way off compared to desktop. If my desktop bounce rate is 50 and my mobile is 70, 80, 90, that means my mobile visitors are not having a good experience and they're out. Because conversion then is what I'm looking at over here. How many conversions did I get? How many people filled out, went through the process that filled out a form? My time on site is about the same. My completion rate, my goal conversion rate, all very similar. And it's amazing that the sales almost line up with visitors on the devices. When I see a report like that, I'm really happy. That means your mobile experience is good and people can complete the goal on their mobile really well. That this lines up that your mobile experience is very similar to your desktop experience. So I'm really happy when I see stuff like this. I'm not happy when I see this. That on this website, look at how many mobile visitors there are compared to desktop and tablet. Nearly 60% of visitors are coming from mobile. Then, what do I say? You go look at the bounce rate. Bounce rate in the 80s. 87% mobile, 85% desktop, 86% tablet. Honestly, it just means everyone's having a bad experience. But when 60% of your visitors are mobile and 80% of those 60% leave, that hurts you more than 80% of 25%. Okay? And here's where it's evident. It's evident in the session duration. You'll notice that. This is why I love these little metrics here. Your average mobile visitor is there for 48 seconds. Your average desktop, a minute. Your mobile people have less patience. If it doesn't work, they're gone. But then, look at my goal conversion rate and goal completions. Oh, this is so painful. 5. Out of 167,961 mobile visitors, 5 got to the form. 5. That is a conversion rate, do you notice that, of less than 0.01%? I mean, you should get an award if you have a conversion rate that low. That's because that's as low as it goes. It doesn't go lower than that when you have the little less than symbol there. Now, communicating opportunity. Communication, we talked about this at the beginning. Now, most of the time, this is what people will typically bring to the meeting. We had 1.5 million visitors this month. We generated 12,000 leads. That's a conversion rate of 1.25%. What did I say? CEOs don't listen to percentages. They don't understand them. What they do like is this, value of a lead. We generated 12,000 leads. That's a value of $238 per lead. And then you can actually add that up for them because that helps. They won't do the math, okay? So that's good. Better is actually adding up the amount of value that we got and taking away that conversion rate. This is better. Using our crappy mobile site, I can say that, hey, by the way, value of a lead here, our conversion rate is only 0.75%. But for every month that we don't increase that conversion rate, we're losing $500,000 in lead value. See what I did there? I love doing this to CEOs. Yeah, leads generated 11,000 at a value of $238 per lead. That's awesome. By the way, because our conversion rate stinks, if we were just to raise our conversion rate a 0.05 percentage rate, that's an increase. Our leads will increase to 12,000 from 11,250, which is an incremental value of $178,000. Increasing the conversion rate, look at this. If I increase the conversion rate incrementally, that is almost $2.5 million worth of value. If I don't take action, that's a loss of $8 million. Those are numbers that CEOs respond to. And also, what you're doing is presenting the problem and the solution. And the problem is we have a crappy conversion rate. The solution is if we just raise it a 0.05%, we'll make money. And how much does it take to do that? And really what this gets down to is understanding, well, what's wrong with our landing pages? What's wrong with the conversion? What are people expecting to see that they're not seeing? And that's where we start using our KPIs and we start building a plan. But the CEO doesn't need to know that. All the CEO needs to know is the cost of inaction, because that's big. And that's what motivates people to take action. So, numbers need context, otherwise they're useless. Use the 3 C's of context, contrast, comparison, which means you're going to segment. You're going to segment by source, segment by offer, segment in all different ways, and figure out what did people want, because that will determine what they do when they come to your site. And then measure that by value. How do I put a dollar sign on that? And when you've got value, now you can tell a story and you can present with impact, because if you don't have money to be made, that's good. Money to be lost, that's better. That's what gets people's attention.